In this problem, we're going to find and fully simplify the difference quotient for the function f defined by f of x equals 3x squared minus 9x plus 2. The difference quotient is given by this expression, f of x plus h minus f of x all divided by h. And in calculus, you'll learn, I have a little diagram here, but you'll learn that this is the means of calculating an average rate of change for a function. For our course, we're just going to focus on the algebra. So we'll start with our original expression, which is f of x plus h minus f of x, and that's all over h. Now, the first thing we've got to do is figure out what is this f of x plus h. So as we look at this, this is the function f evaluated at x plus h. So let me highlight this. So we're going to find f of x plus h. So what we'll do is we'll take the definition for our function f and we'll replace every instance of x with x plus h. So what this will look like then is we'll have 3 times that quantity, x plus h squared, minus 9 times x plus h plus 2. Now that's just f of x plus h. So now we need to subtract f of x, which is given by 3x squared minus 9x plus 2. The whole thing is now divided by h. So from here, all we've got left to do is simplify. So as we look at this expression, 3 times the quantity x plus h squared, we're going to need to FOIL that expression x plus h squared. So we'll have 3 times x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 9x minus 9h plus 2. And then remember that we're subtracting the entire expression f of x. So we'll have minus 3x squared plus 9x and then minus 2. Again, that's all divided by h. So in our next step, we'll distribute that 3, and then in our last step, we'll combine any of those, or second to last step, excuse me, we'll combine any of those like terms. So we've got, let me pull this down. So we've got 3x squared plus 6xh, distributing that 3, plus 3h squared minus our 9x minus 9h plus 2 minus 3x squared plus 9x minus 2, and again, that's still all over h. So at this point, we're going to see that a number of things cancel. So I have a 3x squared and a negative 3x squared. I have a negative 9x and a positive 9x. And lastly, I have 2 and negative 2 here. So what I'm left with then is 6xh plus 3h squared minus 9h, all divided by h. Now, as we look at simplifying this rational expression, we want to note that there's a factor of h in every term in that numerator. So we'll factor that out, and we'll have h times 6x plus 3h minus 9, and that's all divided by h. As our last step, we'll cancel that factor of h. And when we do, we need to make sure that we write that h cannot be 0 as a restriction there. In this previous step, h couldn't be 0 because we were dividing by it, so as we've canceled it, we'll make sure that that's included. So our final result then is that the difference quotient for this function simplifies down to 6x plus 3h minus 9, given that h is not 0.